road trip update. Well, this is the start of another video actually, thinking about it. We're in Blandford Forum. We're supposed to be staying in this Airbnb. Firstly, the parking is a nightmare. We can only maximum 3 hours. So I've got to go out and put another ticket on at the end of the 3-hour ticket we've got on. Then I'd have to, it's free overnight, but then at 8 o'clock in the morning I'd have to go and put another ticket on.
But it also says 3 hours maximum stay.
Yeah, it also says that you're not allowed to stay longer than the maximum stay. So, problem number one. Problem number two, this big ass staircase for me dad when we first come in.
And another one up to the low.
Problem number three, this is another one to go up to the bedrooms. Problem number four, which is the one that really tipped me over the edge, was that the telly isn't working. It doesn't seem to have a signal. I'm trying to put Sky on it saying there's a problem with the satellite signal. Problem number five, it's minor, but look, and if the place is like that, it's a bit neglected. The bedrooms don't look comfortable. Oh, probably the biggest problem actually is that we've got the heating on 10 here, but the radiators are on all on upstairs, and it is roasting in here. I don't know if it's like, if you can adjust it on this boiler or not. 50 degrees it says on there. It feels like it. So we've booked a hotel instead. So this is a disastrous start. I can't remember how much I paid for my dad's Christmas present.
If anybody's got any spare money to help us out.
Oh man, I'm sweating just standing there. We're going to have a walk up and down Blandford High Street, and then we're going to a nice hotel called the Museum Inn.
It's apt though, isn't it, having to visit two museums.
So, that's it from this Airbnb. I won't leave a bad review, because maybe we're just being picky. And oh, another thing is that when I first came in, and I came up the stairs, I bashed my head off that. It was a bad start. Look, man. Oh, it's awkward for me. Imagine how awkward it is for the man with the walking stick there. Thank you. We're back in the van. If I turn the camera, that little window up there was the window from the Airbnb. What a view. Now we're heading to the Museum Inn, which is cool because 2 days has been about museums.
Yeah, that's funny that.
Yeah. And it's a 4-star hotel, and the Rex, Hotel Rex was a 3-star, so I'm expecting big things here. 7-mile drive. See you when we get there.
Everybody sing that shit.
We've arrived. The Museum Inn in Farnham.
Are we going this way or are we there?
We'll try this door. Let's have a look. An unexpected room tour. That's got a nice, he's in a room out here. Come through the door. Look at this.
Very good.
Really nice. Really, really nice. Nice clean bathroom. Soaps. Overhead shower. Bath. Towels. It's quite a luxury having towels. Tea making.
I just want some milk.
Very smart. Nice room. I've got to go check my room out now. The Museum Inn in Farnham. I've got to go in the main building and up the stairs. My dad's staying out here. What's he got? Water. That's where we go for breakfast. Look at that. It's a bit nicer than Hotel Rex. Right, I'm going upstairs. Let's have a look. Oh wow. Don't let the door slam.
Is Is this all yours?
Yeah. Holy moly.
Look at the size of that bed.
That is
It's a king size.
Huge.
If there was one.
nice little window, which I might open. Let some air in. Look at that. TV.
That's what you call a big bed.
What's this? Spooky wardrobe. Let's go and check out your bathroom. I love this round wall. That's awesome. Oh yeah. Now we're talking. Bath, posh sink, chair, toilet. I feel relieved. I feel relieved that we're not at that bloody Airbnb. It's quite dark in here.
Yeah.
But I'll take it. So me and my dad have swapped rooms. I'm in the little room that's outside now, and he's in the room that's inside. It's a lot warmer on the one that's inside, and I preferred this. He said he didn't mind, so I'm out here. This is so cool. Your own little stable, converted stable, bed, bathroom, telly on the wall. I can see my van out the window. I think we might nip to Salisbury and have a walk around Salisbury Cathedral, possibly. Just something to do, because they don't serve food here till 6. And then, yeah, maybe we'll drop back here and get some posh food. Because it's pricey, but it looks good. I'll keep you posted as we go. We're back from Salisbury. Oh man, I feel exhausted. We're gonna get some dinner. The top of his legs, my back, my head, my ears, everything. No. Let's go get some food and I'll let you know how it goes. Oh. The residence lounge at the museum in. Look at that. Comfort. Pie. He started already. Supposed to get the first bite on film. Try a bit of mash. Look at that. Try the pastry. Two empty plates.
Yeah, delicious.
Absolutely amazing. What a pie. The museum in Farnham. We've got to have pudding. He wanted a crumble, but I didn't want anything. And then the guy came over and said the special is bread and butter pudding. So we've got to have it. It's his fault. Look at that. He's got the same but with custard.
It's custard hot.
Gotta try it on camera. So, another day done. I'm currently back in my room, relaxing. TV's on. Just made a cuppa. My dad's gone to his room. And yeah, today didn't go to plan, but hopefully tomorrow will. We got breakfast here tomorrow morning, and then we're off to Blandford Forum again for the Royal Signals Museum. And my dad used to live there on the camp, so hopefully we can have a drive round or a walk round and see his old house and stuff, because that was what this Christmas present that we bought him was about. So the Airbnb may not have worked, but hopefully the museum will be cool and we'll get to see where he used to live when he was stationed at Blandford. So yeah, that's it. I'll see you in the morning for breakfast. Join me. Good morning, everybody. I've just got up. It's a bit of a mess. I've got to tidy up. I've got to get washed. I've got to get sorted because it's almost time for breakfast. I didn't sleep too bad. The bed is really, really like soft. I had to sleep in the middle of the bed. Usually I would sleep on the edge, but on the edge I feel like I'm going to just roll off it because it's sinking. So not fantastic. Pillows, average, but I did sleep all right. I think I woke up at 3, went to the toilet, and then I woke up again at 5 and then at 7. So that's kind of normal lately, but I feel all right. Today we've got the Royal Signals Museum in Blandford Forum. I think we might be going to like a farm shop just down the road on the way there, and then the long drive home. So yeah, join us for a trip to the Royal Signals Museum. But first, breakfast at the Museum Inn. I mean, cleanliness, them windows ain't great. The bathroom was sound. There's like a mark on here, I don't know what that is. If it's part of the pattern. A few grubby prints on the wall, nothing major. Let's do the dust test. Clean. Top of the door. Clean. Yeah. Top of the picture. Clean. There shouldn't be any dust in here anyway. Oh. Ooh. Dusty. Majorly. Like I give a flying rat's ass. I'm just saying. We've got to be fair with our reviews, and we will go through the questions at the end of this review. So yeah. Stay tuned. Breakfast. Okay.
Do you want the second course together with yours? Yeah. So, Portobello, granola, toast, and Benedict. Thank you.
Oh, I thought you were going to colour her then. Empty plates. Done. It was nice. Just enough. Yeah. Breakfast done. Heading back to my room for half hour before we check out and go to Chettle Village Store or something like that. Where's my key? So that's pretty much it, really. Breakfast was good, but I'll tell you all about that when we do our review in a 4 in a bed style with the questions. I'm just going to sit down for 5, let me breakfast go down, and I'll come back to you. So it's time for my thoughts. I know this has been a short one. I find it really difficult to film footage when I'm in a hotel and there's people there. It feels a bit awkward. I don't want like the staff to think I'm, I don't know, like taking notes on the service or whatever. You want it to just be natural. So I try and sneak the video in where I can. So apologies for the short video. But my thoughts on the Museum Inn. 4 in a bed style. Hosts. How were the hosts? The hosts have been absolutely spot on. The only issue there was a little issue this morning with breakfast, and that was that the woman forgot to bring the butter out. Well, she said that she was doing something in the kitchen, but I don't know, she may have forgot. So we waited like 5 minutes for butter for the toast, but it's not a major issue. But when we checked in yesterday, the host was absolutely perfect. She helped with the Wi-Fi because I was struggling to get onto the open Wi-Fi here. So she wrote down the password for the staff Wi-Fi and allowed me to use that, because I just couldn't, for some reason, it just weren't working on the free Wi-Fi. So that was perfect. And then the staff last night with the meal, spot on again. Perfect service, great stuff. Host, 10 out of 10 for me, all day. And how clean was the museum in? I mean, I'm only speaking from my room, but it was very clean, very clean. There was a couple of little bits. There was the dust on the light in the bathroom, but that's nothing major. But it feels clean in here. It feels really fresh, airy, lovely. I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. And how are the facilities here? I mean, this room's got everything that you need, other than, I know there's a chair here, but I feel like it's nice to have like a desk or something to sit at, or just somewhere that you can sit. I mean, obviously I could sit on that chair, but it just felt a bit like I was just sitting on a chair randomly placed in the room. It's nice to have like a desk or something. Like in my dad's room, he's got like a bureau, a desk that you can sit at. So I think that's the only thing missing in here, and they could probably fit it in. If you maybe put one across the back wall here and just put the kettle and the tea making stuff on one side, and then just have somewhere to sit, I think that would be nice. Probably the main question, how did you sleep? I slept alright. I managed to drop off. The bed's not comfortable for me personally. It's too soft, especially on the sides. I feel like, I don't know whether it's supposed to be like that or not, but it felt like I was lying upside down, because obviously the top half of your body is heavier than your legs. So because I was sinking so much into it, it felt like I was like a bit upside down, but obviously I weren't. I propped myself up with pillows, but I slept okay. What I did do when we came back to the room last night, or when I came back to the room last night, I turned the radiator up a little bit and I shut the window, because I thought, you know, it's going to be quite cold overnight. But I woke up at 3 a.m. and it was like a bloody sauna in here. It was ridiculous. I got up to use the bathroom and it was so hot. So I turned the radiator off, opened the window at 3 a.m, got back into bed, like pulled the duvet down and just waited until I could feel a bit of a cold breeze. Obviously not the fault of the hotel, my fault for turning the radiator up. I should have just left it off, because it wasn't cold when I came in here last night. I just thought, I'll make it, just give us a little bit of warmth. But how did I sleep? 7. Because I just don't sleep well. But it's no fault of the museum inn. It's my fault. I don't think I gave the facilities a score. I forgot that. We'll give the facilities an 8, because it's, like I say, it's got everything you need. It just feels like this room is missing something, and I can only speak for my room. Facilities of the place, outstanding. There's like a guest little lounge area in the main hotel, which I showed. The breakfast room was really nice, peaceful, relaxing, quiet. And the main bar and restaurant, really nice. Outside, lovely seating area. And there's a playground opposite, which is cool for kids. It's not, I don't think the playground is part of the pub. It's just a public playground. But such a beautiful little village this is. Just driving through and getting here, really, really nice. And how was breakfast? It was similar to the last hotel. When the breakfast came out, I looked at it and I thought, there's not enough there. I'm a big fella. But when I finished eating it, I was pleasantly full. Just enough, didn't need any more. On the menu it said, because the breakfast was included with the room, it said that it came with tomato, but we swapped it for beans. That's it. Good old baked beans. Swapped the tomato for beans, had scrambled egg. No issues with changing stuff on them, like whatever you want on the breakfast basically. So, and the taste was superb. Scrambled egg was on point. Tea, coffee, orange juice. You could have cereal, croissants, anything. So yeah, very impressed with the breakfast. I'm going to give it 9.5 out of 10. Just purely for the weight on the butter, because the toast was cold by the time the woman brought the butter out, which wasn't a problem, but you can't give it max score if there's a slight issue. 10 out of 10 is perfect. And unfortunately, it wasn't quite. And the final question, would you stay here again? And this is an easy score. Or not, it's not a score, is it? Yes or bloody no. But for me, this one's easy. 100% yes. I would definitely stay here again. I wouldn't care staying in this room again, because it is really that nice. Like I say, there's a few little things, but it wouldn't put me off. The location, the staff, the food, especially the food, just spot on. Yes, I would stay here again. The quintessential British countryside pub. Look at that. So we are now getting in the van. Ooh. And we're off to Blandford Forum again, to the Royal Signals Museum. We'll see you when we get there. I think that's probably the end of this video actually. So yeah, watch the next one. The next video will be at Blandford Forum.